Over my real estate career, I've made a tremendous amount of money focusing on renters. That's right. I've made over 1.6 million just working with rental deals alone. And don't get me wrong, I've also had a lot of buyers and sellers, but they all came from my renters. I do at least 5 to 10 purchases per year and zero marketing whatsoever for buyers. That's right, guys. I do absolutely zero marketing for any kind of buyers, any kind of sellers, and I still make around 100 to 200,000 per year just by focusing on rental leads. In this video, I want to show you guys all the different ways to get rental leads because I realized throughout my years that if you don't have leads coming in, you have no business whatsoever. Think of your business as a pyramid, and at the base of your pyramid, you have the leads, and then it all goes up from there until the very, very tippy top of the pyramid, which is the commission check and your pay. Hey guys, my name's Andy Coleman. I'm with eXp Realty. I've done over 700 deals in my past 4 years, and about 1.6 million in commission. My best year was around $500,000 in net commission that I took home from mainly working with renters. And I've been doing this consistently for years. Last year alone, I did 250 deals, which is absolutely mind-blowing when I sit back and actually look at it like, wow, I did 250 deals, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I did it. So like I said before, the very first step in any kind of real estate business is generating leads. Now, I've been focusing on rental leads this entire time, and I've built a big enough database where now my renters are actually starting to turn into buyers. So instead of doing 5 to 10 purchases per year, I'm probably gonna do 20 to 30 purchases per year because I'm gonna start focusing more on my database now to convert my old renters into buyers. And typically you can get about 20 to 30% of your renters to turn into buyers if you just contact them every 3, 6, and 9 months, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video. For now, let me talk about how to actually get the leads. So there's a bunch of different strategies to get rental leads. The very first one I'm going to talk about is my Facebook Marketplace strategy. So you might be sitting there wondering, Facebook Marketplace, isn't that for selling cars, baseball cards, home good items? Well, no, you can actually post rental listings on Facebook Marketplace. And when you do, you can get a tremendous amount of leads coming in. At the peak, I was getting about 200 leads coming in every single day just from having about 150 listings up on Facebook Marketplace. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, how did you get 150 listings? I didn't. That's the best part. In South Florida, we have something called Any Broker Advertise. So if it says yes, I'm inherently allowed to go and put that property up on Facebook Marketplace or any other place that I choose. Now, obviously, I have to give courtesy to the listing brokerage because it's not my listing, and my whole goal here is to bring them a tenant. But don't get upset though, if you don't have that in your MLS, you could always petition to your board of realtors to add that to your MLS. But if that doesn't happen, just reach out to the listing agents and ask them for permission. In my very best month, I did about 30 deals, which was about $60,000 in commission. Coincidentally, that month, I also got a house sale, and I believe that was around 14,000 commission or so. So I made about 74 grand in commission just in 1 month working on rental deals. I've done better in my career for a single month, but that was because I had a massive house sale for 3.4 million, made an $85,000 commission. And look at this, $85,000 check for helping my client out. And guess where that buyer came from? He came from a rental deal. I had worked with him for years. We had done a couple deals together, and then he calls me up one day because I stay in contact with him and said, Andy, I'm doing well, I want to buy. And boom, I get an $85,000 commission check. And it was using this exact strategy by going on Facebook Marketplace, posting these listings, and then getting tenants coming in. Then I would just convert the leads into clients of mine and then go and show them the property. Now, worst case scenario, if the property that I was trying to show, let's say, went under contract that day, or I took them there and they didn't like it, well, all I did was set them up directly in my MLS, so this way they can see a new listing. And then I can show them other properties that they might like even better, or if they don't get accepted for that first initial property, they can get accepted to another one. Guys, it's a genius strategy to get a lot of leads coming in and just make connections. That's the whole goal of real estate. You have to get on the phone and talk to as many people as possible. That also gets you friends and family referrals. If you're talking to hundreds of people per week, that's gonna get you a ton of referrals as long as you do a good job working with the renters. Listen guys, most agents don't want to work with with renters. I have no clue why, because you can make tens of thousands of dollars every single month. And by the way, I do teach this in my program. I have a program called Rich with Rentals. So everything that I'm saying now, I break it down exactly step by step, A to Z in order, and I go in depth on exactly how I do all of my strategies and how to work with renters at a high level. This is just a 10 or 15 minute YouTube video. In my program, I have hours and hours and hours of training. I'm gonna drop a link in the description below so you guys can check out my site and see if it's a good fit. So now back to the video. Once you get these leads coming in, all you have to do is basically set up showings for them, right? So if you go and set up a showing, then you take them to the property. If they like the property, you put an offer in for the property. So I'm just doing simple contracts to lease. I'm gonna get the credit report, rental application, proof of income, driver's license. I'm gonna put that together in a package, write up an offer for the property, and then send it over to the listing agent. The listing agent is either gonna accept it, negotiate with me, or deny it. So that's why I came up with a genius strategy. We do a simple rent spree, credit background, and eviction report. It's basically universally accepted here in South Florida, so I can just copy and paste it for as many properties as I want. I'll even take it one step further. If you're working with somebody that maybe the credentials aren't the very best, you can convince them to do the rent spree, credit, and background report first. And you guys can also sign up for rent spree in my description over there. I have an affiliate link. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up, that would be awesome. Just check my description and sign up for rent spree. So anyways, if you can convince them to do the application first, you don't even have to do a showing before you know if the owners or listing agent will even say yes to them. Help as many people as humanly possible. The more people that you help, the more deals that you're going to do. Forget about the money, forget about the commission, forget about actually trying to close deals, which is very good. Shift your mindset and try to help as many people as possible. Trust me, guys, when you do that, your whole entire business will change. People can feel that energy. They can feel those vibes coming from you that you're genuine and you just want to help. When I did that, that's when my business really started to transform. In my first year doing real estate, I did about 50 or 60 deals, made like 80,000 commission. Second year of real estate, once I adopted this mentality, I did 180 deals and made 250,000 in commission. And then third year, I made 500 grand in net commission and closed 250 deals. All doing these exact strategies I'm telling you guys right now. So going back to working with the renters, once you actually get them to say, yes, I want the property, you do the rent spree or whatever kind of credit and background report that you guys are gonna run, then you just send the package over to the listing agent and hopefully it gets accepted. Typically, the listing agent is gonna write up the lease agreement, so usually you don't have to do that. Landlord pays the commission, so listing agent has to do something, and then they're gonna send it over to you, you get it signed, maybe there's an HOA, so you get the HOA application, send it over to the tenants, and then have them submit that. Collect 1 month's rent in deposit, either with your escrow company, your brokerage, or the landlord. Once you do that, you're basically just sitting back and relaxing, waiting for the final walkthrough. Now at the final walkthrough, it's basically like doing a showing just to make sure everything's in the same order as when you did the showing, and then that's it. They bring last month and security and exchange it for the keys. That's when you as the realtor get paid. Like I said before, typically half a month's rent commission. And I also charge a $300 transaction fee, which is absolutely incredible. Even if you only do, let's say, 10 deals in a month, that's an extra $3,000 that you're going to be getting from the tenants. Now listen, the tenants don't have to pay you anything. Like we said before, the landlord pays the commission. So the tenants, they don't really mind if they have to pay an extra $300 for all of your hard work and your effort. All you're really doing now is a 369, which is basically just checking up with the tenant every 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. And this is how you stay in contact with them, build a better relationship with them, and then turn them into a buyer and get a tremendous amount of friends and family referrals. If you keep doing this strategy here of following up with the tenants, you're gonna have so much business coming in, you're not gonna know what to do with it all, which is a very good problem to have. So now you can also do this with other properties not on your MLS. That's for mainly single families, townhomes, villas, duplexes, condos, right? So you can also do this for apartment complexes. You can go on apartments.com and you can find apartment complexes, just reach out to them, ask them if you can put their property up on, let's say, Facebook Marketplace or your social media, and then you can actually post apartment complexes. This works really, really well because you don't have to do any lease agreements, no applications, deposits, none of that stuff. The apartment complexes handle all of it. One of my other strategies for getting rental leads is using social media. So you can do this exact strategy with apartments.com and apartment complexes. All you have to do is go and take the apartment complex, call call them up, ask them if they pay a real estate commission. If they do, fantastic. Ask them if you can go and take a quick reel. Go to the complex, take a quick reel, and then post it on your Instagram, your TikTok, wherever you want to actually post it on social media. Get a lead generation form, like an opt-in form, and collect people's data asking if they like the property and wanted to set up a showing. If you do this, you'll have a flood of renters coming into you. I'm averaging typically over $40,000 every single month by working with renters, doing all of these strategies. Now, there's one more really good strategy that I want to tell you guys about, and it's getting rental listings. That's right, rental listings. You can get rental listings basically the exact same way as you would prospect for sale by owners or expires or cancels. Think about this for a second, guys. Most people, I would say 99.9% of realtors, they're focusing on getting for sale by owners. That's what they're cold calling for. What if you cold called for rent by owners? Think about that for a moment. You can actually call all of these landlords that didn't want to work with the realtor for whatever reason. You can go and find them on RedX, Mojo Dialer. I mean, there's a million different sites out there. You can go into HotPads, Zillow, and just find for rent by owners. If you don't want to pay anything at all, because it can be 100% free doing it that way, you could even go into your MLS, find all the rentals that were expired or canceled, go and look at the tax info, find the actual owner of the property, do a little skip trace, and then call them, as long as they're on the do not call list. And then you just call the landlord up and then try to get the listing. Now, again, I teach exactly how to do this in richwithrentals.com, which is in the description below. But if you guys want to give it a shot on your own, go on ahead. It works incredibly well. You can actually get a rental listing out of it so you can double end the deal. Or if you don't even double end the deal, you could at least get the rental listing, put it up in your MLS, and then this way you're going to get rental leads coming in just from that rental listing. So you'll have even more leads from tenants that you're working with as well. Guys, it's a win-win strategy. I don't know why everybody isn't focusing on that. There is almost no competition doing this because most agents, like I said before, are looking for the buyers or the sellers. They're not looking for the renters. So all of these landlords, they're not getting called by a million different people. It's an untapped open market that you guys can dive into and start making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. That's why I finally came out with a coaching program to teach agents how to do this, because I spent tens of thousands of hours. I did hundreds and hundreds of deals, and all my trial and error, I teach you guys everything what to do and what not to do. Doing these strategies has made me a very successful realtor very fast. Guys, I became the #2 ranked agent last year in eXp Realty, #3 the year before that, and I've only been doing real estate for 4 years. I actually built a team, the Andy Coleman team, so if there's any agents that do want to join eXp Realty under me, reach out to me. I'm going to drop my email in the description below, and I can onboard you guys and sign you up to eXp. And then you'd be directly on my team and get to learn from me. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like button, drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on working with renters, if you've done it in the past, if you want to do it, if you have any questions at all, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. All right, that was pretty good. Not bad at all.